Great to have rugby back in Toledo. Celtics playing host to Ann Arbor's Michigan Rugby Football Club this afternoon at Sterling Field. Celtics trailed for most of the first half, but with 3 minutes left, Nate Hay gets loose on a run, slowed down near the try line, but crosses and touches down for 5 points as the home team grabs the momentum. Second half, Celtics building on the lead. They would hold on and get the close victory, 29-27. They're back at home next weekend against Detroit, both the old boys and the men's teams in action.
It was a fun day. It was a lot of hard rugby out there. We worked on some guys playing out of position a little bit, but it wound up being a good day for us. So a lot of hard hits, a lot of good runs.
I felt like we played really good. We came out hitting hard in the first half. I think the difference came down to we gave up a couple of quick tries right before halftime. Other than that, it was a hotly contested game.
We definitely we're working on some guys that were playing not in their normal positions in the first half, and at halftime talked about making sure that we were retaining the ball on those breakdowns and not losing those. So once we were able to retain that possession, the game really came back to us.
Greg, Frankie, and Freaky Laubser have more.
Well, the rugby community was off for a little while, but we had a chance to get back at it, and it was an outstanding game between Toledo Celtics and Ann Arbor. It went right down to the final play, and Toledo pulled it out, but it was certainly a great game.
I mean, it was a scintillating game, very exciting. To the Celtics not having the possession in the first half. It seems like they did their homework in the team talk over the break, and they came back strong in the second half.
Ann Arbor controlled the ball very well in the first half and seemed to control the game, but a couple of big runs and a couple of big scores late where they just had a big play where they had a long run, seemed to break it open. And then in the second half, Toledo, I think, controlled the ball and the tempo much better.
Yeah, no, I think that was the key for Toledo is once they got the control down, they kept the possession away from Ann Arbor, and they just marched forward. And at the end of the day, the clock was the time ran out, and there just wasn't enough time for Ann Arbor to pull it through.
It was a very well-played game, and it shows there's a lot of high-quality rugby in Toledo and Ann Arbor just up the road, basically in this area. There's some very good rugby that's played.
Rugby is alive and well, I can say that, in this area. Also, it's good to be back after, good to play rugby, like we said, about 2 years, and we're back on the field and back on television with rugby. So exciting time for rugby it is. Great.
Absolutely, and a great game to come back with. The Toledo Celtics edge Ann Arbor on a game that came down to the very last play.